Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here and welcome to another video. In this video, as we know, Advent of Chaos Asteroids is over. It'll come back after 2 or 3 days, and that makes me wonder why didn't they put a 4-week duration in the first place. But yeah, it is what it is, and we're going to take a look at my final pips against Raven. And an interesting thing about this video is the fact that, other than the fact that I was a little bit drunk while playing them, I played them on the phone. So you guys tell me a lot that it's not as easy on the phone as it is on emulator. And we're also going to talk about that subject because some things are easier, some things are indeed more difficult. Or some things I'm just not used to anymore when playing on phone. But yeah, all that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so in this one we're using Raven plus King versus Raven. And the thing that a lot of people have been pointing out is that you can't tag in while blocking while you play on the phone. Well, I managed to do it here. Still not a master of this thing and will most likely never be because I don't plan to play constantly on the phone. By the way, I got interrupted over there. I hate that thing. Fix it so that her tagging doesn't get interrupted by basic attacks anymore. That's frustrating, but yeah. A lot of people have mentioned that you can't really tag in while blocking when playing on the phone. Because the finger that used to block also needs to do the tagging, and they are too far apart away. So what I did here is that I got my index finger upwards on the side with the screen of the phone, and I was pressing the taggings with that. And while it doesn't work every single time right now, because obviously I'm not used to the strategy, again I got interrupted by basics. I hate this. Thankfully we were able to refresh that burn. Boy, that's extremely annoying. Thankfully I were able to re-engage a combo here. Not a special tree in there. Re-engage the combo. Raven back in. Again, special one. And yeah, over there the problem was that I didn't stay long enough in the fight for Raven to actually start tagging my Raven before tagging in. But yeah, as I said, it's possible. I mean, it's not the most comfortable position of your hand to do that, and at the same time, with the people that are using tablets to play this, well, good luck on that one, my dude. I don't know how that's gonna go, honestly. Again, didn't manage to do a swipe right, but the tagging was on point over there. Keep in mind, I'm a few beers in at this point, so it's not gonna be the ideal gameplay, but it works. Look, it works. 5 stacks again, King going back in. One special tree in there. Could have gone for another, but when you power steal on your last attack, it's just a very small window in which you can decide to do another special, because just to move, I kind of have to press things a little bit ahead of time, so that was too risky to really be worth doing. And over there I tagged out, even though I had energy for another special. If I stay with more than 2 special trees with King, then I will lose my Raven stacks. But if you're wondering, I have a level 4 Sword of Salvation, level 1 Sword of Sin on Raven, and level 1 Staff of Trigon on Dr. Fate. And those are going to be the artifacts for every single fight, except for maybe for the Silver Banshee one. That we will see. Not a special tree in there, re-engage the combo. I don't know what I tried to do there. For some reason, look, at that point I think I literally forgot the fact that the fight was almost over, and I was like, I might as well stay and let the stacks expire. Doesn't matter. So yeah, this was the King fight. And we got a lot of damage left to do in 2 pips, so not very sure about this one. And if we fail this, it's gonna be 100% on me, because I did mess up multiple times. You might have seen on my stream a King pip that didn't go particularly well. That was the most disastrous pip of my life, and honestly, if I played every single fight perfectly, most likely this Raven would have been down no problems until the timer was over. But again, at the same time, you can't really play every single fight perfectly. And yeah, right now, on the topic of this fight in particular, which is combo interruption with Black Manta, it doesn't go that well, as you can see. It might be the few beers that that I was under the influence of at that point, but at the same time, I'll be honest here, it's far easier, or I'm at the very least far more used to combo interrupting from an emulator. Combo interrupting from the phone is a little bit harder. To me, at the very least, it might be different to you. Again, if you're looking to try and play Injustice Mobile from an emulator, I have a link down in the description for an emulator that you can download that I'm using right now. It's called LD Player. Re-engage the combo with Manta, and yeah, with the Manta pip, there's not much really going on except for you doing basic attacks. Special 2 is not worth using because, as we have seen, she's got 0 defense. Burning her will not do anything. It's worth using the Sword of Sin on Raven because it also power drains the enemy Raven, as I did in the previous pip. But yeah, other than that, it's not worth reducing her defense. And since she's not stun resistant, since she's stun resistant, it's not worth trying the special tree for that 50% chance. And yeah, overall, the real problem with Boss Raven for me, though granted on this account I don't have the Multiverse and the Just League teams built yet, sadly. So those might have done a little bit of a better job. But yeah, the sad thing about this Raven is the fact that I only had 3 teams to work with. And those, keep in mind, those were not functioning at maximum capacity. Like, look, the Raven plus King team, I'm not gonna complain about that. That thing is going well here. The Manta team, well, yeah, it works as good as it gets without having access to crit chance and lethal attack chance and lethal attack damage. I average around 30 million damage here, and in our fights with this team I would average 90 million damage. Again, this is not a fully built Black Manta. And the other team that kind of works here is the Silver Banshee one. Again, you don't have access to crit and lethal, but at the same time you have access to disabling the enemy specials. So that's gonna be good enough here. But the problem with the rest of the things is that we get a lot of things that are crippled beyond repair. Like the League of Anarchy team doesn't do a great job here, because they don't have access to crit chance, crit damage, and on top of that the enemy is going to be stun resistant and dot resistant. So there goes all your damage. League of Anarchy is literally unusable here. By the way, there goes the Black Manta pip, 22.5 million. And then the Batman Ninja team is totally unusable here. I mean, you're still gonna use them if you have them built, because you don't really have a choice. But the Batman Ninja team without crit chance and crit damage and lethal attack damage and dot damage. I mean, the dot damage doesn't really matter that much, but you can't proc that lethal attack damage, so it's gonna suck. Over there, it was a bit of an unfortunate tagging with reverse flash, and over here I did mess up a few times in this fight, which costed me a lot of time. And again, a very annoying thing about this boss, or not necessarily the boss, but the AI of Raven, is that they make her block so damn fast after she does a swipe right or does a jump attack. And usually those are the 2 moments in a fight where the enemy is going to expose itself and be vulnerable for you to engage a combo. And the AI of Raven kind of takes that away from you, and it's very challenging if you mess up once to really re-engage a combo on her, which kinda sucks. But again, it's not the end of the world. Reverse Flash Pin, we have to be very conservative with our Reverse Flash here, because he doesn't have much health, as you can see, and he's not a tank as Reverse Flash in the game, to be honest. Again, an unfortunate power swap from Reverse Flash there. RIP. Silver Banshee, not even gonna bother trying to re-engage the combo with Reverse Flash there, just stack Silver Banshee to keep those All Blade stacks up. Again, Reverse Flash not having the best of times here, getting pretty low on health. Backing off. Another special one. Re-engage the combo there. Silver Banshee back in. Special 3. Back off 2 times. Special 1. At this point it's just the generic gameplay that you would have also in normal raids against boss Dr. Fate. Only that she has ranged abilities, and my Reverse Flash didn't get a good start on this one. But yeah, you might be able to already guess that this Raven is not dying here, sadly. And look, at the end of the day, it was overall my fault that she didn't die, because, well, it is what it is with Raven and all her resistances, and I'm not a huge fan of creating difficulty by simply removing stats, because that's kind of bland. It was kind of my fault, because as you might have seen on stream, I messed up big time on 1 King Pip. And that might have been exactly the amount of damage that we needed here. And while I could not have played perfectly on every single fight, and I don't expect that from myself or from any of you guys, It could have been done better. But yeah, all that being said, we'll get back to killing Raven the next time this comes up. All that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye! Also, let me know in the comments what are you playing on a phone, tablet, or on an emulator. But yeah, rip Raven, or not really rip Raven, almost rip. So yeah, bye.